and I'm here with the talented and beautiful Trang Ho, a good friend of mine from season one. And I just want to say thank you for doing part two with us.
Thank you for having me. And this is Daenerys.
Oh, what type of dog is he or she?
She is a Pomeranian mix. I'm not really sure because I got her at the pound and they just guess. But I saw another woman with a dog. I ran into a woman on the street with a dog who looked just like her, but just a little lighter. And she said she sent away for one of those DNA tests. And the test came up with Tibetan Toy Spaniel and Golden Retriever and something else that she didn't ever haven't heard of.
Look, Fifi, your friend. Oh, that's really cool. I love Pomeranians.
Yeah, she is just the sweetest girl. She's a pure lap dog, loves being on my lap, and she follows me everywhere I go.
Well, while on the subject of dogs, how many years have you gotten her? And do you have any funny stories that she does?
I wish I could show you. She can actually do some tricks like down and lie on the floor, and she knows how to do some tricks. You want me to show you? Maybe I could show you. Can you put it on pause while I get my clicker?
Sure.
Okay.
The whole thing.
Okay, how about now?
Oh, perfect.
Okay, all right. Okay, one more time. Okay. Okay, sure, that. Okay, down. Okay, now this is most clever. Okay, leave it. Take it. Okay, and then she could do this. Okay. All right. Okay. Can you see this? Okay. Okay. Sit. All right, up. Good girl. All right. Okay, sit. Off. Isn't she clever?
Yeah, she's really smart. I thought when you flip the bed over, she was gonna flip it back over.
Do that on the steps too.
Oh, that's really cool. So what Fifi does, she's just a tiny little poodle, but she's still learning. But well, what can you do? No, I can teach her little things like sit, stand, speak. I teach her how to talk. So I have her squeak. She doesn't do it. She's camera shy right now, as you can tell. But she has the octopus. I squeeze the octopus and she barks. So I put my hand on her nose. Not like I grab it. I don't. I just put my hand on my nose so she knows. When I say speak, she thinks bark. It's like, no, you don't do that. Say the word. I say blue. And she go, arroo. Again, blue. Arroo. So eventually she does it, and it's really funny. But the one thing she hates is that when we have thunderstorms, she hides in the bathroom.
Aww.
Or if it's really bad, she would jump in the bathtub, put her paws over her face.
Oh. Yeah, the dogs don't like those noises and fireworks.
What about your dog? Does she like thunderstorms? Hate it?
You know, we don't really have them here in Los Angeles, so I can't say. I'm sure she would be scared with them.
Now, for the next question is, now for people who want to know why it's episode 214, and you want to know why I'm going backwards to the forwards, is because a while ago I had two people come out of the woodwork who I interviewed, and it's like, yeah, just what I'm going to say, trying to find words for it. I'm going to use you for a perfect example. You have 30 days. After the 30 days, if you want me to re-edit it or you want to redo the interview, that's fine. But after the 30 days, the video stays as it is. These people waited a whole year or people from season 1, like you, waited a whole 2 years, and it's great to see you again. And it's not kissing your ass or anything, but it's really great to see you again. I'm happy to see you. But it's been like a whole year or a whole 2 years, and they're like, yeah, we don't want it. Take it down. Using you for a perfect example, you can see, and if people want to see your first episode, you can just go to season 1 on YouTube, and I have it all in categories: season 1, season 2. So just go to season 1. It's Trang Ho, and he has to say all your videos, and you can tell, this is now in HD quality from when we first did it 2 years ago, where I was just recording it from the phone camera, recording the image from the phone to the camera. It's a learning process. I didn't want it to be like this, straight off, professional, even though that would have been good. I wanted to show people that there was a transition, saying, hey, he has a learning disability. And look how he progressed over to season 1, from recording it from the phone to then from the like I said, season 1 was all from the phone. Record the image from my HD camera. Actually, it wasn't an HD camera. It was my Samsung camera. So I recorded from the camera, from the phone. All of season 2 was from the computer screen to the camera. And now season 3, thanks to Skype, I'm using the Skype recorder. And that's why I said to you in the beginning, it's got to be cut in half. So if you've seen the Factor and all those late night talk shows, right? How one guy's on one side and they're on split screen. That's what I'm doing now.
Oh, how clever! How are you doing that?
Oh, Skype recorder, and it has split screen.
Oh.
What I really wanted, and I'm really upset about this, and they have different features. If you were doing one with your friend, I would do picture within picture. How it's doing right now, you're in the big screen and mine one will be in a tiny little box. That's picture within picture. Because we're doing one-on-one, it's got to be a split screen. I'm going to be on the right, you're going to be on the left. That's why it's always good to be centered. Also, there's one that I really like that Fox News does. It's, what was it? I know Google Hangout has it, but I don't know if they have a video recorder. I have to look into that. It's where when you talk, the camera's on you, and when I talk, it goes back to me, so it goes back and forth. Skype does have that, but you have to edit the soundtrack. You have to edit it more, so it's more of a pain in the ass. So I like doing the split screen. That's why I'm saying I have to stay perfectly still in the middle, because the camera's got to cut off the parts on the side. Now I'm trying to do season 1 redone. And once I have my own studio, I'd love to hang out with you in person, do this in person. And going back to you, do you think there's a big difference from the first time we met in the video quality? And that's the first question, the video quality, and a big difference on how I present myself, and same thing with you, how you present yourself? Because this is more way back now. When we first met, I was nervous as hell because I didn't want to embarrass myself or embarrass you or make you uncomfortable. So you think in this episode it's more professional, number 1, and number 2, what made you say yes? So when I first approached you, I didn't ask you this in the first one, but I'm asking you now. When I first approached you, this is my second question, what made you say yes? And what did you like about me? So going forward.
Okay, well, to be honest with you, I really hardly remember the first video, the interview that I did. I remember seeing it, and I thought the quality was fine. And it was so long ago, I oftentimes don't even remember what I ate for lunch the same day. So, I really... I'm really sorry. I don't have an answer for that. And As far as agreeing to do the interview, I like to help people. So if I could help somebody by just appearing on their show, I'm happy to do that. I do a lot of volunteer work on my own as well. So it's one of our driving core needs as a human being is to help others, because we are hardwired to want to help others, because that's how we proliferate as a species.
Right. No,
something what I think is that I think we have to realize, I hope you could realize that what people say about you is not about you and has to do with them.
Right.
And instead of being offended or judgmental, we can just try to be curious about their situation. Like, what are they thinking, or what do they have to believe in that situation that leads them to behave that way? And we have to realize that everybody else is going through their internal struggles that we have no idea, we know nothing about. So they could be going through something that we just don't understand, and that's why they say the things they do, and it's often sometimes can manifest in them saying things that are hurtful to us, but it has nothing to do with us.
What is your honest opinion? Do you think I'm doing something wrong? Do you think I should change my approach? What is your honest opinion? Passing the show over to you now.
Okay, well, I think you should just keep on doing what you think is best. And I think that you have to realize, if you're going to be in the media and doing any type of show, you're always going to get people who criticize you. And one thing I've learned from Tony Robbins that is very profound is, if you want to avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing. Meaning, there's no way around criticism. Somebody will always criticize. And something I read about, I watched yesterday on YouTube that you should check out, is that Jimmy Kimmel does, is mean tweets. And he has this whole segment of mean tweets that celebrities read aloud, the tweets that people send them. And it's just the most awful, awful, mean-spirited comments. And they're totally uncalled for. But, celebrities do actually get hurt, and they do have their feelings hurt, because they're just normal people like everyone else at the end of the day. And at the same time, they've also learned to, just take it in stride and not take things personally.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I promised, I was going to pass the show over to you. This is your time. You can ask me anything you want. Gloves off. Was there any subjects you want to talk about? Anything you're passionate about? This is your time, after all.
Okay, well, what am I passionate about lately? Gosh, there's so many things. I'm passionate about my dog. I'm passionate about my writing. I'm writing for Forbes. I write about exchange-traded funds and mutual funds, and Shark Tank. Do you watch that show, Shark Tank?
Heard of it. That's the show where they're in the Shark Tank. Right? They're in the Shark Tank?
Oh, not a literal Shark Tank, but one where entrepreneurs go on the show and try to get investments from the investor, the millionaire and billionaire investors on the show.
Oh, I never seen that. What can you tell us about it?
Oh, well, it's just about that. And I've interviewed a lot of people on the show. They go on and they have this business idea, or they already have a business actually that's been around for a few years, and they're just trying to take it to the next level. So they would like to get investment from the experts on the show, and also get their support and expertise and connections to, expand their product and their product's reach.
Oh, that's really cool. Actually, while on the subject, how would you like to interview me? Or I don't qualify?
Oh, if I was to interview you about your show or what you do?
Would you be interested in that, or?
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, well, this is what I often ask investors, or I mean people on the show, is what are your goals for your business in the next year and 5 years?
That's a good question. Well, we're going into year number 3 this June, so I guess I'm 2 years off. um, what I expect. Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
It's okay. What are your goals for the next year and 5 years for your show?
My goals for the next 3 to 5 years would be taking it to the next step. Right now, as you see, we're still in the beginning process of recording it from the phone to the camera to now doing Skype. And this is going into year number 3. Hopefully, going to year number 4, I would get more celebrities behind there. I would get some people who would be willing to be trying to find the words for it. Be a pioneers, like you were saying. Yeah, people who investors who would like to invest into the idea, taking it to the next step, getting in the studio, and hopefully in the 5th year, I would have a studio like you do. I know that's just your room, but just for a perfect example, that would be a great start. But I'm constantly, and your dog has the look on his face. Yeah, I get that look too. um, it's just, I'm promoting myself. I'm looking for people on Twitter, LinkedIn, Stage 32, Facebook. Not bad for someone who has a learning disability who's handicapped, but I'm promoting myself. I'm advertising myself. This show really helped me walk up to people to introduce myself. Now I feel like I have a reason to walk up to you on the street, even before we knew each other. This would give me the purpose of walking up to you and saying, "Hey, I'm Keith Andrew. How's it going?" And I tried that in Woodbury Commons over the summer. I tried walking up to people, and I still got rejected, even though knowing that before walking into the situation, I knew that. But since I did the talk show, it gave me more of a confidence on myself, saying, "Hey, I don't have to have my head down, feel sorry for myself because I'm handicapped or have a disability." Just really lit a fire in me, saying, "Okay, I got this far, but where else can I go?" And you said 3 to 5 years. So I guess going forward, so that would make it 6 years for me. 6 or 7 years. You're talking about overall or additional? If you're talking,
Both in general, whatever you want to share.
well, if you're talking about an additional 3 to 5 years, I would have loved to have my own studio. We should be sitting in person doing this. I would love that. Either in New York or California. I'm doing the best I can. I promote myself, looking for people. And if you would like to support me or point me in the right direction, I would love that. Like I said, you're making a new friend out of it. So if I'm ever in California, we should definitely get a drink. I don't drink, but we can get like a coffee or something. But I'm doing the best I can. I hope that answers your question without dancing around it.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Mm.
Hey, was there any other questions you want to know? This is your time, after all.
Okay, well, um, okay, and let's see, who are you trying to get on your show? What celebrities? And who do you want to interview and why?
All right. Well, going back to season 1 with you, I think you were episode number. I have to look it up. Like episode number 7, or I don't remember. It was going up there in the beginning, but I had Kerrigan Mayhem, he did Goldar. I did. Are you fans of? Are you? Are you? Most said friends, but came out fans. Are you a fan of Richard Epcar?
I don't know who that is.
Do you play Mortal Kombat versus DC?
No.
He does the Joker in that.
Oh, amazing.
So I interviewed him. I interviewed Kurgan Mayhem from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Recently, a couple professional wrestlers like Vince Russo, Sonny Ono, the brother of Booker T, Stevie Ray, Lenny Pablo, who I mentioned, who I really would love to get on the show, Jason David Frank,
Oh, who's that?
Tommy the Green Ranger.
Wow.
I would love to have him on the show. CM Punk, Trish Stratus, Marlena Perez, Velvet Sky, a lot of up and coming WWE wrestlers. And it isn't just based on WWE, WCW, ECW, TNA. Okay, you cover in wrestling, but I like to get Gary Busey. I would like to get Dave Caruso. I actually sent an invite, funny enough, you should mention it, to Jimmy Kimmel.
Wow.
And Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon, Bill O'Reilly, Mike Huckabee, Laura Ingram. I interview everyone and everyone you can think of. You know, whites, blacks, Asians, Spanish, it doesn't matter. If you're a hardworking person, you have a good story to tell, you're more than welcome to be on my show. So I'm not just saying, oh, he's a wrestling fan, so he's only got key to wrestling. That would be good, like, say, if I had my own TV show, do a whole month's worth of saying, okay, for this whole month, you're going to have old WWF, WWE stars. Then the next month, you're going to have Liam Neeson or Jeff Goldblum or Sam Neill. Then you gotta have all actors, past actors. And then the next month you gotta have actresses like Megan Fox, Jessica Alba, um, whoever you can think of. Or the third month would be like you, having normal, hardworking people on. So I'm doing it little by little, showing that I don't discriminate. And I've been interviewing people with disabilities most recently. I interviewed this guy who has cerebral palsy.
Wow.
He was in a wheelchair, but he's also a filmmaker.
Wow.
And I also interviewed another woman who's in a wheelchair, and she's an actress. So it's overall saying, if everyone gets the idea so far, I don't discriminate. If you're very supportive, and you love to support my cause, when I was on a talk show recently, if you like, I can send it to you. It wasn't in person, it was on radio. It was Mark Melney of Reading Circle. And this was going, let's see, what was it? It's after December. I was after Christmas. I think it was a year ago, or 2 years ago. Actually, I think a year ago, the more I think about it. He said, well, what is next for you? It's like, well, I like Gothic girls. Why not have some Gothic girls on? I only got one Gothic girl. One better than nothing, right? So, but, I take whatever I can get. It's going forward, I would interview everyone, actors, actresses, models, CEOs like yourself. And I think going back to what we talked about in season 1, are you still an actress? And aren't you a CEO of your own company?
Yes. Yes, I still have my own company, Keith Financial Media. It's a sole proprietorship with just me. I'm a one-man band, and I ghostwrite news articles for financial advisors and investment strategists, and I contribute articles to Forbes.
Oh, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
What was your most, now putting you on the spot, well, who was the most influential person that you wrote about? And do you just write about anyone trying to break in? Or do you have to be famous to be written about?
Oh, I write about anybody who has an interesting story. They don't have to be famous. I wrote about, I did an interview with Kevin O'Leary of Shark Tank. He's my favorite shark on Shark Tank. And he's just the funniest guy on Shark Tank. He's also the most, the fiercest one with the funniest and most clever quips and smackdowns. I mainly do people who have a business who, are, selling something or who specialize in exchange traded funds and mutual funds.
All right, but did he just say you interview anyone who has an interesting story? Or write about anyone who has an interesting story?
Yeah, in that area. In those areas, yeah. Because we all have to focus on our beats, or as they call it at Forbes, swim lanes, just our specific categories that we write about. Everybody has like a niche area of coverage. So I'm not supposed to venture out of that because then I could be encroaching on somebody else's territory.
No, absolutely. Now, wrapping up, do you have any funny stories you like to share or anything, the funny pranks you pulled on the people?
I'm not really a prankster. Gosh. Sorry, I really don't have any funny stories, but I try to be really funny and snarky in my writing. You should read it. And you could check out my site, Forbes/site/Trang Ho.